This weekend is the Miami Grand Prix, and we here at Veloce have been given early access to the brand new F1 22 game. There's going to be three main areas that we are going to be looking over. First up, we're going to be doing a hot lap around the Miami track. After that, I'm going to be using the replay cameras and giving you the main areas of the track that you need to look out for. And finally, we couldn't be getting a new track without doing a race. So we're going to be doing a last to first and see how we finish. Right then, let's head into a lap of this Miami circuit, breaking down into the last corner. It's a nice, tight hairpin. It's really easy to get too early on the throttle and lose the back end through there, so something to be careful. A nice actual entry into the start-finish straight. You want to really hug the curb on the right-hand side, and probably one of my favorite hairpins now, turn one. You can really throw the car in. It just sticks. It grips up into fifth early because you can. It's so easy to lose the back end through this section, and you've got a nice flat out area, potential for an overtaking spot, down into maybe sixth gear through here, then down to fifth, hug the right again. And then this corner, this is where the fake harbour is, and it's very tricky to pick out your braking zone, but you want to have a late apex. We were a little bit late there, missed the apex, but you want to be early on the power as well, because you've got one of the longest straights ahead of you. So this is going to be a great opportunity to overtake come race day. DRS open once again. As you can see, it's just so long and it's a little bit windy, so trying to pick the right line and make sure your competitor doesn't put you into the barriers. Hard braking zone, and then this is where for me the track kind of falls away because it kind of turns into a Formula E track. You're off the throttle, then you get to get back on it ever so slightly, but then you have to go down to second gear, which is horrible. You want to cut this corner quite a bit because you can get away with it. And then again, another horrible off-camber corner before this third long straight, which just seems to go on forever. But this is another great opportunity to overtake come race day. And unfortunately, you've got to nail that last section we just went through, otherwise you can easily get overtaken. Once again, down to third gear for the hairpin, meet the apex nicely, and then get on the throttle as early as you can without losing the back end, which I nearly did there, and through the right-hander and across the line. But it's a nice track, but for me, it just kind of falls away in the middle sector, but it still has its own challenges, so it's fun. I've got my drone pilot hat on, and we're going to be looking around the key features of this Miami GP circuit. We are currently located down at turn 6 to 7 for one of the key places, and that is the fake harbour. Look at it. I mean, it looks to me, is it real water? It looks like real water. That looks like real water there. I don't know, I can't tell. It's very sort of shiny. Maybe it's like that resin or gloss. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comment section below. Right, turns 13, 14 and 15 then. Not a good section for me. I don't really like it, but it does look cool around the circuit. You've got this great grandstand, which obviously, if you are a spectator there, you're going to get a good view of the track. But through here, you're just kind of off the throttle, maybe shift up into fourth, and then you want to clip this apex to give you a nice run as you head into this turn here. But then you become basically a passenger through this corner because it's uphill. They're both off camber. You've got a really tight section that it is near impossible to go side by side through before again heading under this bridge to another tight area of the track, another off-camber corner, and yeah, it's so easy just to run wide, go into that barrier, or even just lose it on traction as you exit down that long back straight. Turn 1, 11 and 17 look to me to be the best overtaking opportunities. Each of those have a DRS zone as well. We are now situated down at turn 17. As you can see, the Hard Rock Stadium in the background. A great backdrop in all fairness. As I said, turn 1 is another overtaking opportunity. Probably the weaker out of the three because I think the rundown into turn 1 isn't as long as the other two straights, but it's still a great overtaking opportunity come race day. You're flying down into this corner. Of course, DRS is activated as well. And a really nice hairpin at turn 1. It feels like you can carry so much more speed, keep it in fourth gear, and then exit through this left and right, which is very tricky. Just like turn 18 and 19, it's so easy to get early on the throttle and lose the back end and end up ruining your race in a barrier. Last main overtaking opportunity that we're going to be going through is turn 11 here. You come down the long straight. It's very twisty, very windy. Like I say, it's very easy to maybe be forced into a barrier. But if you are side by side into this corner, there's going to be a number of different lines that you can take. If you hold it around the outside, you're going to get the inside line into the very tricky, technical, twisty section. But if you can send it up the inside, obviously it's going to give you a great opportunity to succeed with the overtake up the inside, but then you're on the back foot, you're around the outside of the next section of corners. So a tricky overtaking spot here, but it's a very good one. And of course, the Hard Rock Stadium in the background. Miami looks beautiful. Finally, we're going to be getting into our last to first race. 5 laps await us. It's definitely on the highest difficulty, okay? And of course, if you see any bugs or glitches, it is a pre-built version of the game. They'll all be fixed by the time the game releases. So, without any further ado, let's do it. On the grid then for our last to first race with our boy Lance Stroll. The lights are coming on and it's lights out and away we go. And it is a terrible start. We've lost a little bit of traction, but no, we're right behind the pack. We're going to watch the AI, see what happens in towards turn 1. Taking it very cautiously. Latifi with a massive dive bomb into turn 1 there. We've lost a lot of time through the first corner. These tyres, they're so difficult to get up to temperature. And now we're going to really push. We're going to punch it chewy as we go down in towards this overtaking opportunity, down into turn 11. Round the outside, if we kind of pinned ourselves in here, boxed in by Albon, maybe switch the inside, big dive bomb, Zhou goes for it as well. Whoa, look at that. Huge dive bomb from Zhou Guanyu. Going to go right around the outside of Albon again. Like I say, unsure which line is best through here. It's Albon, squeezes me up the inside. Now we're going to take the inside line here, side by side. I said it was near impossible to go side by side through there, but we've done it anyway. And now we're up into P18. We've got to get a move on. All right, heading down to turn 1. We're right on the back of Kevin Magnussen at the moment. Going to see if we can maybe maximize this right-hander and go for the attack around the outside through there. It's great traction off the corner. And we complete the overtake as we head down into the left of turn 4 and into the right of turn 5. Now we're going to see what we can do on Norris, maybe switch it up the inside. And a big send on our boy, Quick Nick. And we're up into P15. Let's go. Zhou's up next. Then it's my teammate. I've got to try and get past Zhou here if we can. Maybe have a little look up the inside. Wheel-to-wheel contact. A little bit of damage, but I think we'll be okay. All right, can we go on the attack of Sebastian Vettel down into our beloved turn 1? It's going to need a big send. And a big send is what we've done. There we go, up to P13. All right, Mick Schumacher's up next. What can we do here? Maybe switch it up the inside. Now a big send on the brakes, on the corner where it just seems to go on forever. We wave to everybody in the fake harbour. And now we've got to see if we can get past our boy Yuki Tsunoda. We're nearly into the points. Should we go for a big send on Yuki here? Let's see what we can do. Big send up the inside. We make it stick. Beautiful. Can it work well for us again on Valtteri Bottas? We lock up. No, he's got us back. God damn it. I'm going to get on the throttle nice and early though. And it's going to be an easier move, surely. Surely. Easy move up the inside. I mean, we touched the wall a little bit, but we're just going to ignore that. The game didn't give me any damage, so thank you. Wheel to wheel. I've run out of all of my battery at the moment, so it's going to need a big send around the outside on Esteban Ocon. Oh, again, too late on the brakes. We're still there with Ocon, and we're going to hold it up the inside. Nicely done. Russell, then Gasly's up next. The new Jeff in the game is voiced by Mark Priestley, also known as F1 Elvis. So that's a nice new addition to the game. So we have a little look on Russell there, but can't really do anything. So we're going to try and get a switch back off the last corner, try and get the traction down. But like I say, it's so difficult to get your foot on the throttle through turn 1, and the overtaking opportunity's gone there. But we're going to try maybe turn 4. Yeah, look at that. So much closer now to Russell. We know we're good on traction out of this corner. Unreal. Look at that. Right around the outside of George Russell. I reckon I can get him in the next couple of corners. Maybe here. Give us room. Thank you very much. Let's go. Last lap. I don't think we're going to get the win, but if we can maybe get a top 6, we can get one more overtake, we'll take it. The biggest differences in this game to last year's game, I mean, the tyres definitely feel a lot bulkier. You can really feel the cars are heavier, but then they also go through the corners a lot quicker than on 2021. So there's a fair few differences. I mean, for me, it's very difficult to jump between 21 and 22 and testing the two games because it just feels so completely different. All right, I don't think we're going to be able to get Fernando Alonso as we come down to the line. Max Verstappen wins the Miami GP. Will he win it come Sunday? We're going to come home P7. I think it's a valiant effort. If you have any questions about the new F1 22 game or Miami, let us know in the comment section below. We will try our best to answer all of those. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the Vlotche channel yet for more F1 22 content, then what are you doing? Go do it. Big thank you to EA and Codemasters for letting us have early access to the game, and we'll see you on the next one.